Hey everyone, my name's Chris Lambert. On this channel, we talk Kanye West, and this is one that you may not be aware of. Today, we're talking Kanye Quest 3030. It was an RPG, an online RPG that came out in 2013, and people were playing it for fun and then realized it was actually tied to a cult, and it's become this huge internet phenomenon that doesn't get a lot of like pop culture talk, but it's one of those things. If you ever dive into the weirdest parts of the internet, you probably come across it at some point. So there's a whole Wikipedia entry on it, and you can see Ascensionism is one of the sections of it. The game was played similarly to Pokemon series. Each rapper has their own special moves. So it's this like cool RPG, and I remember when it first came out how interesting it looked, but I never played it. But I watched some videos on it. I never played it, but I watched videos of people playing it. And I remember when the rumors first started that there was some kind of weird thing going on with this game. And you can see how many people are interested in it. There was a documentary made 2 years ago, 2.8 million views. Another one a year ago, 2.5 million views. Another one 3 months ago that's at 67,000 views. So there's a whole new series, this Finding Yeezus, Who Made Kanye Quest 3030, that's coming out that IGN is kind of promoting in some way. But there's still videos of this out here. Video Game Donkey, of course, huge YouTuber, played it back in the day. This is his video from 9 years ago, and you can see some of the gameplay and some of the characters that are involved. It's just kind of this bizarre thing, and it has a battle system similar to like Final Fantasy, right? If you ever played any of the earlier Final Fantasy, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not, well, it kind of looks like 7, but it's not the sprite based. 7 was amazing. But Chrono Trigger, that era of video games, but just with the rapper's face right there, and you can see the little yay. So if you want to see the trailer for the game as well, that's going to be linked. But there was a YouTube channel, and this was 9 years ago, right? July 20th, 2013. The Video Game Donkeys, July 26th, 2013. So we're going to read this article and kind of get some of the details of it. So this came out just the other day. Finding Yeezus is a new series about a Kanye West game suspected to be a cult recruitment tool. After years of internet sleuths looking into a famous fan game, a new series promises to reveal the true story behind Kanye Quest 3030. Finding Yeezus is a new documentary series centered on solving the mystery of Kanye Quest 3030, an unlicensed fan RPG that hid a secret ending, and which led someone to believe it was part of a recruitment drive for a cult. Beginning on September 26th and airing weekly on Grouse House. That's tomorrow, Monday, a web series channel set up by Australian comedy group Auntie Donna. The show is hosted by comedians. Okay, so IGN has nothing to do with it, but the show is hosted by comedians Alexi Tolopoulos and Cameron James. In their Finding Drago and Finding Desperado podcasts, the pair have previously delved into the mysteries about unsanctioned Rocky sequels and lost world record holding movies, but this will be the first time they take on a gaming subject. There's something so exciting about a video game mystery, Toliopoulos tells me over email. It just feels so present tense to us. In the realm of video games, it feels less like trying to look back and more like uncovering an urban legend that's forming right now. It's a legend that began being told almost a decade ago. Toliopoulos explains how he and James found out about the mystery and what drew them to solving it. Uploaded to the internet virtually anonymously, back in 2013, Kanye Quest 3030 was a simple Pokemon-style RPG where you play as Kanye West battle rapping other famous rappers. Amazing. Due to its humor and premise, it became a bit of a mildly viral sensation. Then it disappeared as these things do. That was until 2 years later, a hidden level in the game was discovered. Yeah, right? If you prove yourself worthy by solving some cryptic puzzles, the puzzles were insane as well. Like, it was one of those things, how did anybody ever discover this? The game admits that everything you have experienced up till that point had been a front. With the promise of ascension, the game reaches out to you in real life. Yeah, you have to agree to be reached out to in real life. And I'm pretty sure it said that you wouldn't know the time or the place or the way. You would just be greeted one day, and you had to enter like your home address and details. This had led many to believe the game was a recruitment tool for a new age cult called Ascensionism. It's such a fascinating mystery. I remember playing the game years ago, but didn't find out about the mystery until the end of 2020 when we had just finished making Finding Desperado and started feeling the itch to challenge ourselves with something even bigger to unravel. It quickly became a much bigger mystery than the pair's previous work, thus their evolution from investigative podcasters to on-screen hosts. The effort has seemingly been worth it. There have been numerous investigations into Kanye Quest over the years, but Toliopoulos and James opened the first episode by saying the mystery has never been truly solved until now. They better live up to that claim. The true story of Kanye Quest and the cult of Ascensionism will be revealed in the final episode of Finding Yeezus, of course. I feel like people watching this channel might not be old enough to remember this, though some of you might. Back in the 90s, there was a magician. There was this masked magician that appeared and did these ABC specials, and he revealed how to do magic tricks. And it was one of these like kind of crazy things. I remember as a kid thinking that it was like world breaking, that we're seeing this like moment in time that people talk about forever because magic is being revealed. And a lot of the tricks, right, people didn't know. The internet wasn't so popular. You didn't have YouTube to explain things. So the fact that there was this TV show where a magician was putting on this mask and revealing the secrets of the trade was kind of amazing. But you'd watch it and it's this like hour or 2 hour special, and it's such a drawn out thing where it's these little things and he's telling you that he's going to show you how an elephant disappears. We're going to reveal it. We're going to reveal it. We're going to reveal it. And you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And then they finally do, but it's like very brief and then it ends. So it's like all this buildup, all this buildup. And I kind of feel like that's what this is going to be. It's just going to be that there was some like nerd who made this game and thought it was funny to like trick people into thinking there was a cult and there was never really any cult, and that's that. And they just kind of end with that, and you're left going like, okay, that was a lot of buildup just to be told this very basic, kind of obvious if you had to guess what it was thing. So we'll see. Hopefully it's more exciting than that. But I think it might be like the friends we made along the way kind of climax. The true story of Kanye Quest and the cult of essentialism. Yeah, we've become quite good investigators since our early days as journalism degree dropouts. But key to finding Yeezus in the previous podcast from the host is that it's as much a comedy as it is an investigation. Toliopoulos and James tend to pick mysteries on the sillier, stranger side of things, but they make clear that the comedy in the show is built around the real investigation. You're not seeing them construct something for laughs over answers. We're obsessive researchers, and uncovering the story is a real organic process, explains Toliopoulos. For us, it's all about the joy of discovery and finding the emotional connection that fuels curiosity. With documentaries, you have to plan so much before you start shooting, but the excitement comes from the surprise of the final product being almost completely different to what we anticipated. It's hard to anticipate real life. It's all about finding the narrative in reality, and for us, it's also about building in the comedy. Having seen the first 2 episodes myself, Finding Yeezus is already proving as funny as it is intriguing, with a higher twist per minute ratio than I could have realistically expected. Okay, that's interesting. There's a real joy behind it too. Amid a culture of documentary filmmaking that so often reveals the darkest parts of modern life, it's nice to find something that just wants to revel in how weird and interesting people can be, at least so far. Finding Yeezus begins exclusively on the Grouse House YouTube channel next Monday. Why not reach out to the people that host a Yay podcast, you know? Be like, hey, we have this podcast. I guess IGN is a bit bigger than us, but I feel like this is kind of in the target audience realm. But the trailer is like funny. You can see that there's like this Matrix motif in the trailer itself. Down, where is it? Finding Yeezus. In the trailer here itself, hopefully this doesn't get us copyright stricken. There's like all these moments of like Matrix references throughout. So it seems like they're really going down that path of merging the Kanye Quest 3030 game along with Matrix and all of these skits. And you really do get the idea of like the comedy aspects of what they're doing. And then hopefully it's as interesting as it seems, and their investigative work is like revealing. So I'm excited to check this out. And if you don't know anything about Kanye Quest 3030, definitely check out the Wikipedia. And then it seems like you can safely watch some of the older documentaries if you want. Because this is going to be new information, you can kind of get caught up. But if you want to go in fully fresh, then I guess just tune in on Monday for the first episode. And then the Grass House, YouTube channel is right down here. So we'll see when the first episode drops, and I guess probably do some kind of reaction to it. That seems like it would be fun, right? So, and maybe even get these guys on the podcast. We'll see. But that's it for this video. Until next time, stay wavy and keep it loopy. Cheers.